Fresh.
I think it said on the description solar pump.
Restore your town as you run, jump, and dash through cozy locales while helping lovable townsfolk. Become immersed in a tight-knit community of animals and robots while becoming the town here in this while becoming the town hero. Okay. In this heartwarming solar punk adventure. So yeah, it looks cool. Lose yourself in the relaxing solar punk breeze of Refresh, a 3D exploration platformer collection game where you collect materials to help repair your town after a torrential storm. Estimated playtime 1.5 hours. Explore at your own pace. I like our own pace. In the open-ended environment and collect solar cells to upgrade your movement options. Solar cells are your main source of energy for jumping and dashing, so make sure to check every nook and cranny to find them all. Socialize with local townsfolk and get to know your community. There's a lovable yet goofy cast of characters to find. Oh, we know that. We know lovable and goofy. Each with unique dialogue and tidbits of information that they love to share. So Hazzy and I were just talking about that because there's like the people who like stream like the NPC thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like if we were to ever do that, we would not be NPCs that you'd want to talk to.
Yeah.
We'd
Like
be
they give you ice cream and instead of like, yum, ice cream. I'd just be like, why the hell are you giving me this? I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah.
Do you want me to go shit myself?
Yeah, like, we would do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would like to do. Okay. Start a new game from the beginning. Yes. This will overwrite. I don't have any other saves, so I do think it's weird that like,
Yeah, it's probably just automatically set to.
I haven't seen it yet. I got it. I just opened up the main screen to put it on OBS, and that's all I've done.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, they could just programmed it for one.
And we are a robot. We are the robot in this one. Or the robot-looking character. It's
So,
loading.
The solar
it's not
punk.
showing on my screen on OBS that it's
It's just a little delayed. Okay, catching up.
Okay, there it goes. Hey neighbor, good to see you're still alive.
That's how I talk to you.
Been trying to wake you for a while. It's like a robot with like a plant on its head. Been trying to wake you for a while. Yuri, what happened last night? Hey. Big storm blew stuff around. City in peril. We need a hero. Nah, just kidding. Well, the storm thing is real, but nothing we can't fix. Anyways, head on over to my lab, just down the path. I could use some help. Okay. Camera. I'm gonna try not to move the camera around because I feel like it's moving.
You're not gonna whip it.
I might pass this over to you because I'm kind of getting motion sickness. Okay. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to go down the path to go to the person's. Nailed it. See?
The
Pro
whole...
platform her right here.
Oh my god, the whipping around thing is like kind of that's difficult for me.
You could change the sensitivity on it possibly.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Hey, over here to my lab.
Like, check out the option.
That's a little better.
You could take it all the way down.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
As he's taking down the sensitivity. He wants to be numb. Comfortably numb. Is that better?
I think I might need it a little bit higher, but glad I was able to wake you. How are you holding up? I'm doing great. Oh, not so bad. Good to hear. I was trying to pick between the options, but I don't know how to move it. We lost power during the storm last night, but thankfully I got home safe. Maybe it's the analog stick. That storm also tore up the whole area, including my lab. Our hydro turbine broke, so the power's out. I could fix it, and that'd bring the bridge to town back. Only problem is that the storm threw all my work materials into high-up places. If you can bring me 5 wood, I'll get that bridge back up in no time. Okay,
Early quest.
Yeah, I think I need it a little higher than that.
Finding the balance.
Yeah, this is more what I can do. We gotta get wood, so I'm thinking trees here.
It said it got to high up places, so maybe go find things that are tall and jump on them.
I can go look at this. Could do 5 wood. Okay. Maybe
But yeah,
this.
maybe the fallen stuff you can pick up. I'm not sure.
Nope.
Apparently not. On the left there. Immediately she turns to the right.
This is the left?
Okay.
I see it over there.
Yeah.
Let's say, no, I turned to the left. I did, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did.
On my screen, you turn to the right. But
That might be because of delayed stuff.
yes, could be.
I can't
Anyways,
get up. How do
I
you
think
get up? Okay, maybe I have
I
to
think you gotta
jump and
take the
hold.
path.
In here?
Yep. And jump up the thing. As he's like, no, I'm gonna hacks my way through it.
That's not a path? On the rock?
Yeah, from the rock jumping up.
Oh, from the, okay. Okay, that's not enough. I have to get higher. So sprint is like right trigger. Okay. How do I get up to the top? Okay. Nope. I think I have to. I didn't remember to sprint. I'm gonna make you do this.
Okay.
Here we go.
We're a team.
I can't get it. Hi, Iotara. Based on locations of those sea things, it looks like you should have a double jump. Let's see if I got a double jump.
That does make sense.
Didn't do it. I couldn't do it. Here, you try it, Nord.
Okay.
Thanks for the suggestion, though.
Yeah, it's a good idea. All right, coming over.
I'm like double
Switching
tapping
up.
and it's not doing anything.
Platformers are typically more my deal anyway, so it works. Nope.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure. There's no double jump, which I would have thought there would be too.
Whatever. I see wood over here.
5 seeds make like an M shape, and the double jump would have been in the air.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll put it close so you can hear.
Yeah, it's not happening.
There is no double jump, but it's fine because it's probably something that will
Really?
unlock later. I'm assuming. we do know that there's...
Here's some more seeds. Maybe when you get the seed? Nope.
All right. You got a solar cell. This gives you an additional jump. Hey, there we go.
Now we've got it unlocked.
Additional jump in the air. While airborne... See, that's the problem. You immediately went to far areas rather than what was right next to you. And press the jump button again. You're like, I'm gonna explore. This action uses the cell's charge, but it will recharge after you land again. Cool beans. All right, and then there was like... I thought there was something right there, but I probably already got it. Okay.
You were right, though. It was something we had to, probably something we had to unlock. You were very right.
Got that. Anything else? Well, typically, most games you either have a double jump right at the beginning, or you earn it.
Yeah, it's true.
Although, and then like you'll be earning it like fairly quickly. Sometimes you have to spend points.
I guess it doesn't help that I just went and looked for things.
Hazzy was just like, I do my thing.
I just wanted to go explore.
All right. Here we go. Yeah. We will go down to that one after we do the stuff up high. Make sure there's nothing else. I do like where you put the sensitivity at.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I can't do the like fast whip around to the left, whip around to the right. I can't do that.
Right. And we needed 6 wood, so we're actually over what we need. So, Aoitara. Oitara? Is that okay? Is it okay to call you that?
I was pronouncing it like it was Japanese.
Yeah. Aoitara?
Aotara.
Aotara? I'll try to work on that. But how are you doing today? Are you having a good one? Hazzy and I have been having a good one. We just played a word game in which we were absolutely flipping crazy. And now we switched to the second part of our double feature day, and we're playing this. We're having a good one. Hazzy sometimes has issues with games that whip around quickly, though, so that's why we have switched.
Yeah, I was getting kind of some motion sickness. I have it on a low sensitivity, too.
Yeah, but, you know.
Owie.
Looks like you got all the materials. Want to fix the turbine now? It is Japanese!
Is it blue?
Good job, Hazzy.
Looks like you got all the materials. Want to fix the turbine?
Can I ask you questions?
Try
Totally.
the analog stick.
Yeah,
if you
that's what
want
it
to.
is.
Okay.
That's how I was moving her. Why don't I remember anything from the storm? Are the villagers in the other islands okay? Who am I? Yeah, let's do it then. Cut that nonsense out. Wait, you really don't remember? Interesting. Well, you're a robot. We're friends. We help out around town, and we study robotics and biogenerators. Going with bioengineers. Today was my second of 3 12-hour shifts this weekend. 1 left tomorrow. So, do you get like a decent weekend in between then? Or
I
like
would
a
hope
decent
so.
amount of time off? Like, I used to love doing that. Like doing like multiple long days, but then like having extra days off.
Only if you have extra days off.
But otherwise, yeah. Yes, it is blue. I made my gamer tag way back in dial-up RPG ages, and I was always a healer. Aoi is Japanese for blue, and Tara is Native American for earth. So I thought blue earth was a good healer. That is. I like it. I like it. My Japanese pronunciation sucks. Hazzy's is great. So at least she's good. But thanks for explaining that. My name's pretty old too, Nordic Monkey. Thanks to Hazzy. All right.
You just said I said, okay, Nordic Monkey, and then you said that that's a good gamer tag. I think that's what happened. Or that's a good screen name for World of Warcraft, and then you just kept it everywhere you went. I
Pretty
think
much.
is what happened.
Well, you were calling me it as a name initially, to mock me because of my long arms. All right.
Panama schedule 223.
That sounds like you're happy with it. You mean Over and Clover? Yeah, I'm sure they're fine, but the sooner we can get over there, the sooner we can help them out. Was your druid's name in WoW? So I assume you were probably... Were you playing Horde initially? Looks like you got all the materials. Want to fix the turbine now? Or were you a night elf? Were you a night elf? I'll not hold it against you. This is my long week. 2 days off in the middle. Next week, I only work the Wednesday, Thursday. You did both sides. Okay, that's a tolerable answer. All right.
No,
It
honestly,
was incredible.
though,
We should be.
we did.
I was a gnome.
We did
So
both
I played a
sides,
lot
but
of
we did
Alliance.
more Alliance.
Yeah.
Because you started out with Alliance, I started out with Horde.
I just hated night elves. Night elf
But
first
you-
year or
you
so.
were
Then I
like-
found a good core group, and we were Horde. Nice. Has he stopped playing Horde as a result of what, like a 12-hour Mechagon run?
Yeah,
Oh
because I
my
couldn't-
god, that
it
was
was
the
bad.
longest fail
I
I have
swear.
ever seen.
Well, I went to Alliance so I could play with you. So I didn't really necessarily quit Horde, but you weren't going to quit because you had gotten into a guild, I
Mhm.
remember, and they were taking it kind of seriously.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just come over to Alliance. Like, that's what I guess I'll do. I'll be a dwarf priest. And so I started playing dwarf priest.
Mm.
And that didn't last very long because I switched over to a mage.
Yes.
So,
But you did have a fear ward. That was useful.
yeah, I did have a fear word.
Night elf first year or so, then I found a core group, and we were Horde. I have the insane title on my Torn Druid. Well, damn, put in some time.
Mhm.
You'll find a lot of other people in the community are also playing a lot of WoW. I do
Yeah.
not play any Blizzard games anymore, but I don't hold it against people who do.
I used to be obsessed with WoW, so I was obsessed with WoW way
I-
longer than you.
Yeah, I try to avoid MMOs for the most part now because of how time consuming they can be.
Yeah, I
You quit
sometimes
before-
don't believe it. Because you're playing a paradox. Are you playing Hearts of Iron or
Yes.
Universalis?
Yes, I'm playing Hearts of
Europa
Iron 4,
Universalis.
and yes, it's been a lot of hours, but you can stop it and
Mhm.
walk away.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you
You're
can't
not
walk
ri-
away
yeah,
in the middle
that's-
of a raid. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but
you
you
but
can't.
You can, but it will.
You can't, but the addiction is strong, Nord. I know
Yeah.
it is.
All right. We should be able to power up the turbine now. With the turbine fixed, the bridge to Clover should protract itself. With skills like those, I'm sure you'll be a ton of help to the townsfolk.
Oh, you quit before the pandas. Understand.
Hazzy quit like right at the beginning of Cataclysm.
And then I came back.
Yeah, and then we kept doing that from time to time. We went really hard into Warhammer Online when we
Yeah.
left.
I loved Warhammer Online, but that
Um,
didn't. I had to work all the time, so that didn't last long enough for me.
It was honestly, it was the one PvP game I could really get her to play.
Yeah, that was really fun. You know, there's another PvP game that we played that I actually enjoyed and it didn't bother me. Chivalry.
Yes.
That's another PvP game that I was like, this doesn't, like, a lot of PvP games I just can't get into, but Chivalry 2 is really fun. I don't have any problems doing PvP in that game.
Yeah,
But I think because
the punishment was fairly minimal.
yeah, well, I think the reason I can get into that is like in Warhammer Online, you know how when you do scenarios and you can just keep doing them? That's what it feels like in Chivalry too. You just keep doing the maps
Hmm.
and just having fun in it.
All right, I have no idea how we're going to be able to get him. I think we'll probably have to unlock something later. I'm assuming.
Way too easy to
Yeah.
know life MMOs. Yep, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
I went really hardcore in that one, and after the game stopped, a lot of the people that had been playing Warhammer Online with us, we came back and we created a guild to do some stuff in WoW, but then, you know, it kind of slowly faded. Right. So these are looking like they're maybe not in the best of
Solar
shape.
panels. They're probably gonna have to fix them, is my guess. Can you talk to him? Hit the top button.
Triangle?
Yeah.
I'm spamming it.
Okay, well, I guess we can't talk to him yet.
Okay. Maybe it's something that we're gonna have to unlock. I'm gonna collect all these.
Lauren
first.
said, you almost have to know life it to keep up, or you fall behind real quick.
Yeah, that's...
Yes, that's the problem I kind of have with it, too. Because yeah, it's hard to keep up with everybody.
Like, I don't like the... Like, if you're not playing this amount, then you can't really have these things to do with your friends.
That happened to me in No World. New
No
World.
It happened to you in New World, yes.
In New World, so I was playing with Jade.
Mhm.
And Jade had a guild there. It was a ton of fun. Oh my god. New
Mhm.
World, when I first played it, I was like, this is so much fun. You had to be on constantly
Mhm.
and farming, and I could not do it every single, like, I could do it for like the first few weeks.
Yeah.
But after that, I just couldn't keep doing it. Too monotonous, and also, like, I have real life stuff I have to take care of at some point, you know? It's just the way it goes. Lost Ark I still want to go back to Lost Ark because I want more of the story. Lost Ark's story
Mhm.
was really good. It's Korean MMO, so I know a lot of people are kind of meh about Korean MMOs. The story in Lost Ark was so good, but I'll be honest, there's a lot of grinding in there. There is a lot of stuff in, like...
Ooh, yeah.
Because I remember at first I was thinking, oh, this is an MMO that respects your time. No, it does not respect your time. And it really also doesn't care if you have to learn all its new systems. Because there's it's very complex, like the systems that you have to learn and all the different currencies and all that kind of stuff. I just like, I don't know. When we were upgrading stuff, I started getting lost.
It became
Like-
a pretty strong learning curve
Yeah.
when you got to that level.
Yeah.
All right, here's the mayor, who has a mustache. Good to see you fix that bridge there, Yuri. It was nothing, Mr. Mayor. Couldn't have done it without my friend here. Yes, I see. Much to do. I hate to ask for more, but the town's struggling with the wreckage from last night. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. What do you need? Or, well, let's put the bell back on Town Hall. Well, that's just the problem, you see. Putting the bell up and fixing Town Hall will take a lot more than you two. We'll need the town's participation. Why don't the two of you help out the others, and then we'll all fix the Town Hall together? Well, that sounds reasonable, actually. I don't know, Mr. Mayor. I'm pretty beat. Come on, we could totally do it, Yuri. Yawn, me too. All right. I mean, if you're up for it. All right, Mr. Mayor, we'll do it. Wow, he was really easy to convince the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need help getting materials again, though. All right, cool. So we'll keep working on the material gathering.
That bear is cute. Yeah, I've heard good things about Ashes of Creation. Is that the one where the world changes as you like fight for it, and based on who's winning or whatever, the world kind of like changes into whatever that race or faction is? I can't it's been a while since I've like looked at anything about Ashes of Creation, but like I've heard about it.
Wasn't there already an AOC MMO? Like one that had AOC as its
Ashes
initials?
of Creation?
Oh, it was Ashes of Creation?
Ashes of Creation, yeah. This is a new one. Like, it's really new.
Yeah, but I'm saying like way back in the day, like in the same time frame as like
I don't
EverQuest.
remember.
There was like...
Yeah, I don't remember Ashes of Creation during EverQuest. Like,
Well, I'm not sure.
I
if
remember
it was
Asheron's
called
Call.
Asheron's Call. Sorry, there.
That's totally different.
Whatever, man. The fact that I kind of remembered something is a big deal, all right?
It was like, yeah, it was Asheron's call, but that's not Ashes of Creation.
Accept the bare minimum of my memory, all right? That's all I get.
Helia looks good, Thorn. Like, I think that one looks really cute. Got annoyed with the devs on New World, and they wouldn't listen to the community.
Yeah, that was pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think I saw that across the board with a lot of people.
I played a fair amount of it. I can't even remember the stuff that I did. I was a healer. I did ended up doing the glove and staff or whatever.
Yeah, I
And
did
had
the
a pretty decent
magey thing.
but it really got to the point where you'd have to like do something for a crazy amount of hours to be able to keep up with what people were doing. And yeah, just as Hazzy was saying.
Yeah. I helped the guild where I could, though.
Oh yeah,
Like, when they needed
well-
stuff, I tried to.
well, we crafted
like,
some.
help.
We had some crafting that nobody else had really.
Mhm.
Like I was one of like what 2 people on the server with some of the stuff.
Yeah, at that time.
So-
I just eventually I had to kind of take a break because I like also like to play other games.
You like to eat and sleep.
And yeah, and not only that, like we also showcase games for the Indie Game Collective, so I can't like just hardcore do New World. Like,
Yeah,
and
you want to be responsible
yeah,
and help the.
take care of myself. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
Void
showering's
Gauntlet-
overrated.
Void Gauntlet
Kidding.
broke Wars, but was fun to play. I did really like playing Void. It was a lot of fun.
Void Gauntlet and like the healer thing combo, like it was stupid ridiculous because you could spec totally in spirit or something. I'm saying more than I actually remember right now,
Yeah.
but all right,
I got
another
and I
solar
bought
tank.
a house. I was really proud of myself for being able to get a house.
Mhm.
But then
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard they
you-
were gonna up
You
the
had
price,
a
and I
really
was
cool house.
Yeah, I had a really nice house, 2-story house that I had really wanted, and then they were gonna up the price, and I was just like, I can't
And the
do this
amount that you
forever.
would have to play in order to pay for your freaking house was insane.
Like you had to pay, I think, was it once a week or once every 2 weeks? I can't remember.
I don't
but
know,
it was,
but
I think it was once every 5
nobody
days. I don't
should
know.
charge rent that goddamn often. That's all I have to say.
I was just like, yeah, like
Oh,
sometimes I
there,
can't be
okay.
on for a week. You know what I mean? So it's like,
You know the bundle of wires? I was at first thinking that it was like a bird, like with a beak, stuff, with like feathers sticking back.
Now you're right about Lost Ark, Thorn, with the instances can be unforgiving sometimes, and with unlocking things. It's very true.
Lost Ark, I would still be playing it on occasion if that point of view was a little bit different. I really didn't
You got
like,
annoyed with it.
I really didn't like how easy it was to just be getting attacked from something off screen. Just like, what? Like you could get to the point where if you memorized what the creatures were doing, you would know what could be coming.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do that. Like that's the reason why I don't play Slay the Spire like games. Like I played Slay the Spire, but I don't play any of the ones that are like it because I already learned all the freaking cards. Like I don't.
Mhm.
I
You
don't
want to
do
have to
additional
relearn
deck builders.
Yeah, I understand.
Like it was the only deck builder that I'm like, okay. Like, although I did do.
But part of it might have been because I already put tons of time into Slay the Spire, so
Yes.
you were there with me while I was putting tons of time into Slay the Spire. So that might be why too.
Yes, exactly. Well,
So-
I'd be watching Hazzy play, and so I knew a decent amount about different cards. But
Yeah, that is really true. For the each server being very different, it's true. That's actually really true.
hiya, friend. What brings you to Clover today? Oh, do you want to do the
Yeah.
girl voices?
Hiya, friend. What brings you to Clover today?
Just helping out where I can. Yuri is making me run around finding stuff. Just helping where I can.
Might be able to get that gear now with the triple jump.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Ah, that's so kind of you. There's so much to do after a devastating storm. Look, I'm a champion of nature's beauty, but that was really something else. Spooky to think about, but everything has beauty in its own way. Since you're out and about anyways, you want to help fix up my clothing store? I promise there's a good reward if you do.
Kind of reward, clothing store. What kind of reward?
Like, the most awesome, coolest thing you could think of. Or something. It'll be good, I promise. Alrighty then. I'm sure you're hearing a similar story from everyone, but the storm broke some of my stuff. And it didn't just break some random little thing. It broke the most important thing. My clothing racks!
Oh no, what will you do?
In order to, you're gonna be, well, what I'm gonna do is ask you for help. You're gonna do the thing, Nord. So what I'm gonna need from you are 9 wood and 1 wire. And then all my clothes will be back on their hangers. You ready to get going?
Yeah, I'll help. Alright. Give it to you.
Hey, do you have the stuff? Woohoo! You're the best. Oh, nothing to it. Really? Just helping a friend. Sorry, I read your part. Wait, so we're like officially friends now? Like how her eyes got so big. You helping out means the whole world to me, for real. Alright, your reward as promised. You get to shop and use my changing rooms. Basically, if you open up your journal, you can now see all the cool stuff I have for sale.
And we'll go with, ah, yeah.
Aw, yeah.
Book of Demons.
I think we've heard of Book of Demons before.
That sounds familiar.
I think we just never got around to playing it. Maybe TSI they were talking about Book of Demons. I feel like we just never got around to it.
No, it definitely sounds familiar, but there have been a couple other games that I'm like, oh, this looks great, and then they're like deck builder, and my joke is always, why are they putting their deck into it? But anyways,
you did like
I love your overalls. What?
You did like that one where it's like the bad guy from the bad guy's perspective. I can't remember the name of it. It starts with I.
Erratus?
Erratus.
But that wasn't a deck builder.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
I was thinking it was a deck builder.
No.
That also was like Darkest Dungeon. So I guess it wasn't.
Yeah, you had to pay attention to the materials you were getting to create the creatures that you wanted to send out.
Okay, so they didn't... What? Was there a Darkest Dungeon deck builder? Like, it looks like Darkest Dungeon, or they do Darkest Dungeon stuff, but they were using a deck builder?
Train?
No. I don't know if Monster Train is like Darkest Dungeon, but I do know that I've been told, because I liked Slay the Spire, that I might like Monster Train. But I haven't played it yet, so...
Thanks, made it myself. Wow, you're gonna be this town's next top model in no time. Anyway, since you're over here already, I would love some help, you know? If you're free right now, no worries if not, but it'd be huge. I'd love to help you. Ah, you're so nice. I don't know if you've noticed my beautiful cafe behind me, but the stitch is that I'm not getting any power after that storm. I'm not a big electronics girl, but I think it's because the solar panels on the roof took some serious damage. It'd be the best ever if you could help me out. Can do. I can already tell that we're gonna be besties in no time. If I remember correctly, from when I had those new panels installed, you'll be able to fix them with 3 wood and 5 wires. Let me know if you want any more details.
New clothes indeed, Thorn. I think you know what you're talking about, Aotara. It looks like from a pop-out book, like a pop-up book or something, like a kid's storytelling book. I'm pretty sure I've seen that game. I know what you're talking about. I have not played it though, but I have heard people mention it.
So have you played this, Autara, or are you just fairly familiar with platformers and just like knowing what's going on? Open a lamp.
It's funny you say that, Thorn, but I absolutely don't remember what game it is. Wasn't that one game you did with the girl with the special gauntlet have cards? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Thorn over here
actually,
remembering
yeah,
something I don't remember.
That's probably the one that you were talking about, in fact. It was kind of buggy.
You mean the, like...
Oh, damn.
Violet and there was this card game, like, it's called Violet and something, and it's kind of depressing. It was kind of a depressing game. Like, it was about a girl taking on her, like, emotional trauma, and she was depressed or something like that, and there were monsters. Is that what we're talking about? I can't remember the... I can't remember, but so. Is that the one? Because if otherwise, I don't remember. I don't know what Thorn's talking about.
It was very Darkest Dungeon looking, like it was from the same perspective, even. We tried several times to give it a fair shake, but it just
you feel you couldn't get into it. Why do I not remember this?
It was pretty buggy.
So it must have been so bad I blacked it out. Like I will do that with some games.
We played like a level or something in it, and then like we had to start over, but it made just like restart the game because it was busted.
Oh my god, I don't remember.
It was not supposed to do that though.
Do you remember we talked about this last night?
The girl had what is it? Heterochromia. She had 2 different colored eyes.
Was it the one that we got from TSI?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that game. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. No,
it
was enjoyable. It was just busted.
It didn't have cards, did it? I don't remember. Oh, Cold something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cold something. It's made in Korea. It was a game that was made in Korea. I really liked it, to be honest. I don't remember it being busted, but maybe it was busted because of the save.
You have to go back and take a look at the stream that we did on it.
Yeah.
Because it was...
I really enjoyed it. Like, I hope...
Maybe we'll need
maybe I will go back and play it and see if they've fixed the stuff, because I don't remember it being busted. I thought I did something wrong, but maybe I didn't do something wrong. But man, like trying to remember old games is hard.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought that might work. Yeah. With Hellcard and Book of Demons, you have a loading screen for all of their games, and it's books on pedestals, and you click the book for the game. So they have 5 empty ones, so you have 5 more games in the works. Oh, that's cool. I pay attention to platformers. I have an idea developing a game that's a puzzle platformer in the realm of Ori and Celeste. Ooh, Celeste.
We don't do much for platformers here. In Celeste,
well,
I did,
precision platformers.
Yeah, precision platformers. I just do not. I can't. I can't handle. That's not true. I can handle them, but very slowly and poorly. That's what it's
Jill sometimes voluntold me to do them.
Mm-hmm, that's true, I will.
So, that works.
So, well, if it's a game I want to see played and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it, I'll have Nord play it. But there's some games I don't necessarily want to play, but I want to see them and see the content in it. So I'm just happy watching somebody else play it. So a lot of times I'll just tell Nora to play it.
There was
the real reason we got married, Nord.
I want to see this game. Time for you to work. Let's see. There was. What was the game that we tried to do, and it wasn't a first-person perspective or even third, but you couldn't do it because of how flashy it was. It had a really long name.
I don't know.
Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. That
I couldn't. I got motion sickness for like days.
Yeah, you were like out for like a week.
I think the vignetting got me. There's certain things I'm really I get like
You'll get
I'm
seasick.
really sensitive to certain things. I don't know why. Like, this game, for some reason, was kind of giving me some motion sickness, the way it moves. But what really gave me motion sickness first was the whipping around, so I had to actually change the sensitivity down because of that. Some games where you're like a short character and you're close to the ground, that can give me motion sickness. Although, you know, remember when we played... What was that one with the mouse? It was like The Spirit and the Mouse. Really cute, great game. I need to bring it back and finish it because we're like getting close to the end, I think. And that one I actually did okay, but then like about 4 or 5 hours in, I started getting motion sickness because you're so close to the ground and everything feels fast. Vambrace Cold Soul. That's right.
Cold Soul, yeah.
That's right. Vambrace. Okay. Good job,
All
Thorn.
right.
I could not
is that
remember
a solar
it.
cell on the brown wood tower thing? It was one of the gears, I think. I think it was a gear that I picked up. But, yeah.
But you will. I shouldn't say you won't see
It
platformers
looked like
here.
the gear here.
But Nord is right. You might see some, like, other platformers, just not... we don't do precision platformers here most of the time, unless I'm, like, telling Nord to do the precision platforming. But lately I've been playing Battle Block Theater. When I have extra time, I like playing Battle Block Theater. It's a good game. I enjoy it. I don't feel like... it doesn't feel intense like Celeste feels intense to me. Mm-hmm. Or Super Meat Boy feels intense to me.
The one that they redid, that we played recently, that was pretty good too. Was a redone version of their, like, oldest one. Do you remember?
Oh, Alien Hominid Invasion.
Yes.
Yeah, the one that the Behemoth did. The Behemoth does good games, and I really like it, but I can't get over Battle Block Theater because I just fell in love with that game, like, for real, when I first got it.
Like
so I'm back to playing it again.
There.
And you know what? I was gonna play Fall Guys. I know it's not like a serious platformer or whatever, but I like Fall Guys. I need to get back to playing it because they brought in levels that players have made, and I wanted to do that, but I just haven't found the time yet.
Okay, never mind. I thought there was... Okay.
Thorin said, I guess it wasn't a deck builder, but it felt like it.
Yeah, it had deck builder elements to it, I'm pretty sure.
Did it have cards? I can't remember. I'm like, there were...
Okay, well, I'll just
there were
take the
cards?
stairs.
Don't know.
I thought there were.
Oh,
I don't know.
You know what we need to purchase? And if I get extra money or if it goes on sale, we need to purchase Koa and the 5 Pirates of Mara. I think that's what it's called. Because we played the demo, and that was really fun, actually. And that's like a 3D platformer. And it was super cute, too. And it wasn't like a precision platformer. That was an adorable, great game. I just played the demo, and I thought it was really good.
Okay, I do not think I'm going to be able to make this jump, but I'm going to try.
Hi, Dwayne! How are you
Dwayne, how you
doing?
been?
It's good to see you. How's it been going? I hope work was going well and you're doing good and you're having a good weekend.
All right. Dwayne is another one of the, along with Thorn, that's very familiar with WoW. So there you go.
These are people that we met because I was streaming WoW. So it was thanks to WoW that we were brought together. So WoW has actually helped with me and finding cool people, which has been really nice.
Okay, game saved after I got that. Special. Away. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Got home from work?
There we go.
Want a fucking night? Or what a fucking night? I was like, wait, you mean like you want it to be night even during the day? Because like you're an animal of the night or a creature of the night?
Was a weird pizza stuff.
Is this a vampire thing? Like, oh crap. We didn't. Did we watch this week's What We Do in the Shadows?
Actually, we might have not seen it yet.
We were so busy. I think we forgot about it.
That's horrible of us.
It is, because that's like a good show. I just forgot totally.
Okay, that's the one thing I know of that I haven't gotten.
I know spells, Dwayne said. Are you a warlock then? Taking after Nord, that's what's going on. Nord's been up pretty late the last week. That was what I want to say.
Why are you snitching?
Paradox has got a hold on you. That's what's happening.
It's true. But I have been knocking out some of the least common achievements.
That's pretty. I like the background in this game.
Okay, I'm gonna need something else before I can make that jump. I'm pretty. All right, well, let's focus on doing stuff for people. Hey, Bessie, I don't really need any help right now, but thanks for checking in. All right, see ya. So, let's go to the people who actually...
No, you need help.
Howdy there, neighbor. What brings you to town today? They probably, the apples that I picked up, it's probably going to be for this person. Coming in to get some produce, of course. Heard this town needs a hero. Don't get too big for your britches, Honcho, but this has been embarrassing to ask ya. But I can't find any dang produce find my dang produce crate anywhere. And on top of that, my gosh dang shelves and lights are all knocked silly during that storm. Would you please help me, you kind soul?
We have a friend named Petra.
That's true. That's a spirit. It's one of the only people that Hazzy has met IRL that she knows from streaming.
It's true.
So here's the shake. For my shelving and lights, I'm going to need 10 wood and 2 wires. And for my produce crate, I'd really like to have the one I lost back. So it'd mean the stars if you could find it. Will do, ma'am. Well, bless your heart. You just saved old Petra a lot of sweat. And...
I do like these quests. They're in
thank you so much, darling.
The characters in here are adorable. It reminds me of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. With themselves of yours, you sure do seem to move around fast, Honcho. You know, it means an awful lot to me that you went and found my produce basket. It's the basket my daddy gave me for the first market sale when I started this farm. I grew 3 crumpled up carrots no one wanted, and at the end of the day, he ended up buying them all for me, so I wouldn't give up. I know he's proud of us preserving this. Come back and talk to me later, and I'll let you know if I need any help with anything else, cowboy. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's a gift for your troubles. I'll attract nearby solar seedlings, so you don't need to be too close. Okay, that's nice. First night on register, it was a mess, and no one else to tell me how to fuck to bring people in. Really? They didn't have anyone? That's what sounds like is happening more and more often nowadays.
I'm afraid that would happen to me.
like we're old, so like, you know, people used to get trained a bit differently back when I used to work, back before I was retired. But
I was doing deliveries, but I'm not gonna be doing that, and so.
But yeah,
I need to get. I probably, if I'm gonna work, I do not want to work. I don't think I want to work a normal job because the way.
More and more like people aren't sticking around to train people. They're just like, throw them on it, and if they figure it out, then they can stay.
Like, what do you do if you're like, I absolutely have no idea and nobody's there?
Yeah, exactly.
I do remember when I've worked at a bunch of different fast food places when I was a teenager, and I worked at like McDonald's, and I seemed to do okay, but I didn't stay long because I was just like, ugh. And then I worked at this place called Dick's Hamburgers, which is like a local place up in Washington State. And then I tried to work at Burger King, and I could not do it because every time I needed help, I was like, hey, could somebody help me? But I hated doing it. I didn't want to ask for help because every time I did, they just did not want to help. Mm-hmm. So that was another reason why. That's why I quit like Burger King like that, because it was like as soon as I asked for help, they were not happy. Mm-hmm. So that is, I don't know if I could like hack it with the way they do it now.
Oh, Tara, this is the tower I meant. So, yeah, the one I was trying to get to the top of, but I couldn't get figured out. Okay, yeah, I'll keep trying to figure that one out. And the excitement to work register the next 2 nights. F this! An issue with 2 orders. So yeah, excitement. Oh yeah, definitely excitement is the word. Yeah. Ta-da! We set up a little picnic to thank you. We all pitched in a bit, but it was Celia's idea. I brought the food, of course. I sewed this cute little blanket for the table. Super quick now that all my stuff is organized again. As for moi, I brought us some signature apple tea. Really doesn't sound bad. Yeah, as Celia said, we couldn't be more thankful. All the work that you and Yuri have put into fixing up the town is so sweet. Easy to forget that there are folks out there who will offer a hand when you need it. Been seeing a lot more smiles around town, cowboy. Ooh-ah! Not my shoes!
That's cute.
Sounds like things went not so well there.
Oh.
Oh, heavens!
I love the mayor. The mayor's adorable.
Mr. Mayor, are you okay? I'm all right. No need to worry about me. I think I ran a bit too quick for these old bones. Sorry for the intrusion, but I wanted to ask for a favor. What you've done for this town is amazing. However, there are still folks in Mushroom Woods across the river that need to be helped. The gap over the river is quite large, and the bridge over it is retracted. I was coming to deliver dash boots so that you could cross without the bridge, but it seems I accidentally tossed them into one of those rocks in the river. What? How do you accidentally toss them onto one of the rocks? Whatever, man. Whatever. You should be able to reach them with your solar cells, but I'm far too shaken to go myself. You got it. Thank you, child. Yuri and I will continue to help the townsfolk while you're away. What? Did someone say my name? Yeah, totally. We got this, buddy. You go help the people in the woods. Oh no, I guess we'll have to end our picnic early. That's right, we got another project we need to work on in the meantime. See you later, Honcho.
Wait, Dwayne, are you saying somebody's calling you worthless at work even though they're the ones being lazy? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry that somebody's calling you worthless. That's kind of abusive and they shouldn't be doing that. That's BS if that's true.
That is really not cool.
Oh, you're saying they're worthless. So I'm assuming you're not saying it to their face, but you're just saying like they can't actually help you because they don't know how to do much anything because they just be lazy at work.
Press square to dash forward and gain a burst of momentum. Using this ability costs 1 solar cell. You can use multiple dashes in the air. Okay, so I wonder...
Oh, they're 15? Oh, okay. That explains it.
I wonder if maybe we can dash back to them. That seems like a decent way to cover some ground.
Oh, and they're still new. Okay. Yeah. You're not going to get much help from them then.
Alright. Is this the best spot? Maybe I'll want to be higher up over there. I don't know. We'll see.
There's got to be some way to get to that.
Okay.
Almost, but not quite.
Whoa, do you see these plants were appearing and disappearing? Whoa! Another one. Whoa, they just keep coming. That's fancy.
Funny.
All right. I'm going to try.
The town looks really cute. I like this. I
mind-
like the way they did
You mind
this.
checking that?
What?
Never mind.
What
It's
is
probably
it?
too late. My phone ringing. But
Oh, I didn't hear it work.
it's probably too late now. All right, I'm gonna try because I ran into
But where's
the
your
circular
phone? I
part.
heard it, but it's not at your desk.
I'm gonna see if I can.
It wasn't my phone.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I can do this yet. Don't. Unless there's. Yeah. All right. We'll focus on. Getting maybe another thing unlocked. Whoa. Damn. All right. So that's what happens when you don't make it. Now we know.
I'm sorry, Dwayne. That like sucks when it's like you need to ask someone, but there's really no one that you can ask, and the one person that's there is not really there. It's not really a person you can ask. I would be annoyed myself.
I'm sorry that it's going down like that, man. Alright, I will talk to you, but first I'm gonna get all the wood around you.
All right, just give me a second here.
I'm sure you're important lying there hurt, but there's wood, you know? System error, attempting reboot. Reboot failed. Anyone home? Initiating protocol. Ask stranger for help. Hello, stranger. Hello. Yes, hello, stranger. Power loss during weather event detected. In order to perform full system reboot, 3 solar cells are required. I got 2. Will you be able to assist, stranger? Yes. This is satisfactory. In order to reboot me successfully, you must have 3 solar cells. Please return with at least 3 solar cells. All right. And I think there's one a little bit over there. Ah! Got a little off.
I am so glad I made you do this.
Oh, come on!
What do you mean?
I thought I had it.
Oh,
I'm not saying it to you.
oh they're
You're
talking
like,
to me.
You're like, what? All right, it seems like on that right side there's a little bit of a lip that maybe I can get on. Nope. Let's take a look at the back side of it, just to make sure that I'm not, like, missing something obvious. I was missing something obvious. Okay. Of course. It's like the times we've been defeated by paper.
Yup.
These robots are making me think of Stray. What a good game. We have not played that one yet. We did a mouse one that was very similar at about the same time that Stray came out, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The spirit and the mouse.
Mhm.
Yeah. We didn't get around to Stray.
Yeah.
I don't even own the game still, so.
I don't think we've seen it on a sale where we picked it up as of
Yeah, not yet. If I play, it's gonna be something I probably play, like, way down the line.
But
so.
I have heard many good things about it.
Yeah.
All right, this gives you an additional solar action in the air. There may be more laying around. Okay. So we can probably
But if you
get
did
over
like
to
Stray, you might like Spirit and the Mouse. That one was good too. That one is about a mouse, but it's still pretty good.
It is. Here goes nothing. You have returned with 3 solar cells. This is satisfactory. Attempting reboot now. Reboot progress at 10. 40, 60, 90. Reboot successful. Goodbye, Whoa, what the heck just happened? Who are you? Where am I? Don't worry, you're safe. I just had to help reboot you. Well, that's pretty heavy. I mean, thank you. Sorry, still pretty shaken up. Anyways, thanks a lot, really. I know that sounds like thanks a lot in a sarcastic way, but I actually appreciate it. Sorry for being awkward. I just, like, don't really know what's happening still. Haha. It's you, Hazzy. We found you in game. You seem nice, though. I'd be happy to chat later, you know, like, if you wanna. So yeah, see you later. That is totally you. You'd be like, all right, yeah, later I'll have something to do with you. Sure, yeah, sure. All right, let's get some height, and we'll try to... There we go.
Are you talking about my ability to non-socialize or something?
Exactly, your ability to non-socialize. You're incredible at non-socialize. Like one of the best.
I mean, I try to.
Let's get some height.
You have said I do better meeting new people now because I can do small talk, and I think that's from streaming. But I try to avoid awkwardness. I don't know how else to explain that.
Well, other than hanging out with me, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it looks like there's a certain amount.
When the Instacart delivery person came over today, Nord went out of the house, and I'm like, that is against the rules, sir. We wait until the car has, like,
They
driven
knocked.
off the
They
property.
knocked, so I went out and
Yeah, they
said,
knocked
"Thank
to
you."
let us know that we got the stuff. I'm pretty sure that's why they knocked. But I ain't opening that damn door till they, like, drive off of the driveway and they're on the road.
Is that another solar cell? That's something weird.
I don't want them to know I'm home. I want them to think that I have no idea they're here for some reason. Because otherwise it's super awkward. Like,
So now we're gonna have to get 4 fragments in order to get a proper soul. Can we stand on this? Nope. I just fall right through it.
I like this tree to air, this forest. It's really pretty. I like it.
I'll talk to the weirdo hanging out up there.
So, are aliens real? Like, hypothetically speaking, like.
I think it's really very odd how they're presenting all the information on it. Like they're
Like, I don't necessarily trust that the government is like, you know, like I feel like they're trying to like distract us.
I feel like they're offering the least possible amount of information. I do not know. I've been collecting them.
If there isn't, then it's us, Dwayne. So, Dwayne, that's like yeah, it's smart. I asked, we were telling our son that like, so the government's like kind of letting out that aliens are a thing, but they didn't say aliens. They said non-human.
Yeah.
So, but everybody's saying aliens. So, they didn't even say not non-human. They said something like something biologics. I don't remember what they said, but. And somebody was making the case.
Oh, shoot.
I saw this video, and somebody was making the case that it could be like a bird on a drone or something, like for all we know. But like, part of me just like a part of me wants it to be real, but the pessimist in me is like they're just like this isn't real. You know what I mean? But I would love it to be real. I'd like to know that it's more than just us in the universe.
Well, see, I have no belief in intelligent life here on Earth, so I hope that there's some out there.
I think someone said it best. If we had UFOs, we would know because the man couldn't stay off of social media. Yeah. That's a good point too. I don't know.
Okay, I picked up something.
I'd love for it to be real, but a pessimist is just like, no, probably not.
Until there's actual.
We need actual hard evidence. Yeah, I agree with that. Like until they can say like, here's an alien.
Yeah, and until an alien starts holding a press conference and is like, hey, we know about you. Yeah, your governments won't let us actually help you because they hate you. And yeah, so that's it.
Important. Thanks, Nord.
You're welcome. Why we have the thanks, Nord stuff. I feel like I should go back to the place. Oh, come on now. From on top of here. Oh. Yeah, I can walk on that. I was not expecting to be able to actually stand on it.
Yeah, I didn't think you could either.
Alright, we got another...
Thorin said, yeah, not being considered intelligent life deserves an awkward emoji.
What? I consider all humans not intelligent. I include myself on that.
Did that rock have a display on it? Tara asked.
Like this stuff right here? This building?
Mushrooms on it? Can you go inside? No, you can't go inside.
Looks like this is locked. Oh! No, it's not. Pass right through.
I think it's because we did a game recently, and when they walled an area off, that's what it looked like.
Yes.
Because it was part of a demo. I think that's why you were thinking that.
Mm-hmm. I made the noise that I was just.
Was a
In
rock
here?
by a fallen tree.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's like some sort of interesting. It looks kind of like in gosh, what's the game I played a lot of? And we got a PS5 to be able to play the new one.
I don't know.
Oh,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, it looks like a Horizon Zero Dawn sort of thing, but not allowing me to interact. Maybe later.
Maybe it's just for looks. Who knows?
Perhaps, yeah. All right, there's actually somebody to be able to talk to. No, to actually like spell it out. I think any creatures that still make so many decisions that are not in their own best interests are not intelligent.
So you're not saying individual humans. You're saying
no, there are plenty of intelligent individual humans, but
Yeah.
as a society, we
Yeah,
we are barely functional.
So that's what you mean when you're saying like the human in general, but not individual.
Like we don't have a single government, or major entity, corporation, industry, institution that I trust to be able to make decent decisions.
Yeah.
And as such, that's what I'm saying. Like humanity, I don't see as being intelligent. Individuals, sure, but by and large, any individual that's actually fairly capable is kept out of being able to make decisions.
Or is completely depressed because you can't. There's like if you have no systematic power, like you can't do anything.
You find out that you're up against institutional issues.
Yeah, like what am I gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can't do anything.
But let's get back to a happy world now.
Happy world, yes.
What's up, dude? Where'd you come from? Oh, I jumped here. From like Clover, dude. The Beyond. Yeah, from like Clover, dude. Nice, dude. Well, if you're not gonna leave me alone, then I guess I'm gonna vent to you. I'm a mycologist, you know, like a mushroom scientist. Actually, that is one cool thing about this area. Like, the foremost mycologists in the world live, like, within a half an hour. They have, like, all sorts of really
What you get
cool...
when you live on the west side of Washington State.
Yeah, well, what do they call them? The mossbacks or something?
Yeah, mossbacks.
Yeah, mossbacks.
Apparently, I'm a mossback.
Yeah.
Because I'm not originally from here, and then I just grew into the atmosphere. Like I always said, like I grew moss on me and in my hair, and then I started growing gills. I always say that, but apparently people that have done the climatized here, and they've come from somewhere like I'm from Texas, and I came here, and I'm not really a Texan at all. I'm just like so acclimatized to this place and love this place. I guess we're called mossbacks. Well, I don't understand why you the native people that have lived here originally, you know, like that are not like new people that have moved in. Why y'all aren't mossbacks?
I don't know.
Is it because y'all just lived here? It's like it's a term used for people that have moved up here from another state.
Yeah, I don't know why it's only for portraying people who are new to Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
but it is.
That was weird.
I grew up on the dry side though, so
yeah.
So I might be considered a mossback by others. I saw a video where they hoped aliens would land and demand to be taken to our leaders, and we would gladly lead them and hope they took them away. Seriously, yeah, that would be amazing. I would be so in favor of that. Oh, yeah. I didn't see anything written on the sign, but yeah. But no, that would have made sense. Wayne, it was my night at work, and Sunday and Monday I work with the same guy. Oh, well,
sorry.
Good luck.
We're here if you need to vent.
Yeah.
When you're done with your shift, you can just come here and vent, or even go to Discord and vent. You can even just DM me and be like, Hazzy, I need to complain.
What you could do is you could stream from work what's happening, and like we could like have funny quips for what's happening and stuff like that. Atara, it's sad that it would take something catastrophic for us to come together as a species. The closest we got was after 9/11. Well, and that was also coming together in hatred.
Yeah.
Like, so I was on gate guard in the military, in the army at Fort Leonard Wood when 9/11 happened, because the army already knew something was coming. Like, Fort Leonard Wood had not been a gated post.
No, and then they gated it before 9/11 even
Yeah,
happened because they were saying
we
they were
started
getting
in, like,
chatter
June.
or something
Yeah,
about
we're
something
like,
happening.
we knew there was a major attack
Yeah.
coming, so they started locking down the post, and I was one of the people who volunteered because I wanted to work nights. And anyways, I was on gate guard that night, but I was getting off shift, and they're like, "Hey, a plane just hit the World Trade Center," and I was like, "Well, that's no big deal." Because there was a bomber that ran into the Empire State Building back in the day, but I didn't know how large of a plane it was. So I was just like, I went home, went to sleep, and then like I had been asleep for like a couple hours when like everybody
Yeah,
was
I didn't
getting
think it was
called
a
in.
big deal either because I was like, oh, it was just like a mistake and probably wasn't that big of a deal. And then when it was found out it was on the news,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay, this was a big deal. Okay.
yeah, everybody got called
We didn't
in.
have television. So like you had I think I found out because you told me and then I started listening to NPR.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I guess it's a big deal because I wasn't thinking it was.
But let's see, it was like the very next day that I was on gate guard, there was somebody who had a sign on the back of their truck that was very racist, that we had to have them take down before they could drive into post. So it was like a bunch of people united in hatred. And then, of course, we used it to invade countries that didn't even do anything to us, like Iraq, which I personally experienced as I was part of the invasion in 2003. So, but yeah, that was, I don't know. It would be nice to see humanity come together on stuff, but in general, I think humanity does what it's good at, and we are very, very poor at things like democracy. Because I mean, if you think about it, most people don't work at a co-op. Most people don't work at something where they get to make decisions. Like they do what their boss tells them, or whatever. In most cases, most of us are not employers. Most of us are employees.
I agree with Thorn. I am tired of the historic events still happening. Can we get a year where it's just really boring?
That would be
Like,
nice.
That would be nice.
But the
like having
Gulf Stream is looking like it's
boring-
going to collapse in the next 2 years, and that
But
would
that's a real thing.
that would
so I
basically
don't want-
destroy Europe. Like the climate of Europe would go to hell. So I mean, you know, hey. But we got lots of good stuff. Anyways, let's get back to cute robots doing cute things. All right, but now my lab's screwed, and I lost one of my freaking mushroom samples. Mushroom samples. Yeah, like a super freaking rare one. Wait, if you made it over here, then that means you crossed the gap where the bridge is. Do you think you can help me fix my lab and get my mushroom sample? Totally. Nice, you're the man. Basically, all I need is for the lab is 8 wood, 4 wires, and 1 gear. Well, we got that. And don't forget that rare mushroom sample. Maybe we picked it up. We did pick up some weird stuff. You got the goods? Totally. Let's go, dude. You rule. For real, this is like the nicest thing someone's ever done for me. That's what I'm here for. Heck yeah, that's a spirit. With all this, I should be able to help get the lab up and running pretty quickly. And finally find out what this weird little mushroom does. I wish I had some cool tech to give you as a reward, but science doesn't happen in a day. Here's a little pin for your overall. I think it's pretty rad.
It is rare.
Oh, and come back around sometime. Always looking for someone to talk to. It's quiet out here. Okay, so his thing's up and working. Cool beans. And there was somebody else, like, over here. But I've seen stuff to gather, so let's do that first. The humans are less important to the gathering. We were able to walk on them. Yeah.
No, let's talk about where you're hiding Bigfoot, Dwayne said.
A lot of people actually think it would be close to our area.
Yeah.
Like,
We
Like,
have a lot of Bigfoot fans in the area too. Like they put out like a bunch of Bigfoot paraphernalia in their yards and stuff. You'll see a
Mhm.
lot of it here. Yeah.
there's that sort of thing, and oh yeah, this was nothing.
I do love Bigfoot Java. That's probably my favorite coffee place is Bigfoot Java.
Okay, I'm not sure. No, we're not. So chances are we're gonna have to make it.
I have been wanting to get some Bigfoot paraphernalia for our yard as well too. Like I really like the Bigfoot stuff. I don't believe it's real, but I think it's really cool. I think the Bigfoot stuff's cool.
Oh, I shouldn't have jumped down yet.
Want to know just how big Bigfoot's feet are? Are they bigger or smaller than Shaq's?
Smaller than Shaq's, I'm sure.
Shaq's a big man. Like, I would assume if it's an adult. I don't know. That is something cool about our area is people think that there's Bigfoot here. Like, I don't think that that's the case, like the true case, but I feel like they saw a bear or something and it was on its hind legs and they just called it Bigfoot.
They will do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have.
Like there was bear sighting here in our, where we were at. But it's not common for us to get bears here, so that's like a weird thing. Like usually the bears stay like we're not in the mountains, we're just kind of near-ish to mountains, but they usually stay away from where we're at. They're usually more up in the mountains.
Yeah, it's not common for them to come this close to humanity. Do I need one more jump?
I agree, Thorna. There's always worse things. That's dope.
All right.
I know there's one in your yard. In the tall grass. Oh, that would be Nico. That would be Nico. Or maybe a Wookiee. I don't know.
We definitely have our own little pocket Ewok.
Me and Nord were talking that whole alien thing, and we were saying that wouldn't it be funny
Oh,
if the aliens were like Ewoks or they were like Chewbacca?
Our
Like-
cells don't work in this area. That's what's going on. So that's what's different
Oh.
about this.
Oh, okay.
So if we're going in there, we're going to need to actually...
I see.
Well, let's go ahead and talk to the person. I got distracted. Hey there. Hello. Hi. Look, I don't do well with communication, so I'm just going to lay out my situation. I suppose I'm supposed to be here connecting the rest of the forest to my solar relay grid. But during the storm, my construction unit here took some damage. Oh no, guess no solar grid then. Well, no. It can be repaired. I saw you helping some of the others out and was thinking, maybe you'd want to lend me a hand. For sure. Good. In order to fix my construction unit, I need 6 wires and 2 gears. I also need the main drive shaft of the machine, but it's somewhere in the area behind me that's not connected to the... Meaning you won't be able to recharge solar cells since it's not yet wired to the relay station. I'd start looking at any high-up areas because I haven't seen any signs of that drive shaft down here. You got it. All right. Let's go look at high-up places. Probably it. We have single jumps now only. Whoa! I was assuming, like, because I only have one jump that it wasn't going to actually be that far, but it worked. Next.
Here's the funny thing about our tall grass. Nord has like a thing the way he knows how he wants our I call it a yard. It's not really. He wants a field. It's a field. Like you would see in pictures and whatever, and he's actually done a very good job at cultivating it. But we need to get rid of the blackberry bushes because those things just take over everything.
What? Okay, touching the tree works, and I'm able to get multiple jumps off of it, but touching the other stuff does? All right.
But that's like here in where we live, that's like a problem everybody has.
Well, the area that was that field, when we first moved in here, come on, they had plowed it down with a bulldozer, and it was just like, it kind of leads to a stream on our property, and that could easily like get a bad runoff situation, and put some bad stuff in the stream.
Yeah.
So we're glad to have it that way, for the way that it is.
But I didn't understand what he was doing at first. I know I was like questioning it. I was like, I don't understand. I'm gonna have to go out and plow the fields.
I have no idea how I'm gonna be able.
Double jump.
All right. That makes sense. I just need to make sure I don't use any of my other jumps getting there. Okay. Effing. All right. Yeah, we were almost. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Now we puzzling. Anyways, yeah, that whole area had been cleared out because of how trashed out this place was from the previous owners. Okay, I used to. I'm gonna see if there's other places.
Talking at Mike, you have
Yeah. I have to speak up. It's your.
He's
mic.
talking into my mic. You always have to speak up.
Mine is like right in
For
your
some
flippin'
reason.
face.
Yeah, well, and for some reason, my mic doesn't pick up, like lower sounds.
Actually,
it seems
yeah,
to pick up
it
higher pitch
picks up
sounds
higher
more
pitch
easily.
better. And I can't do that very well. Oh, hold on. If I come from that, can I make it? Yeah, I can. Then we can walk through. Quit being in my way. Oh.
Oh,
no,
yeah, you need to get that.
I needed to do the jump first.
Debs hid that one. Oh. That's tough.
Alright. Got that. Is there anything that I would be... Doesn't appear.
There's like a seed behind you.
I'm gonna try to plan some. Like, I need to use double jump there. I need to use double jump there, and I think I need more than a double. That just not working. There has to be some other way to. And I still haven't even found the way to get over this thing. Oh, tree branch. Thought it was on it. Okay. Okay. So maybe if we come in from this angle? Try up on any of these. Not sure if you can walk on them. But oh, you cheating game. We could stand on the other ones. Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap.
You can't. So you can't stand up on the branches of the pine trees when it's like.
At least
standing
not
up
those
straight.
ones. All right. What do you do in your lab? Smooshing plants and technology together. For mushrooms. Okay.
It's like
You get your... Yeah, you showed up out of nowhere. I made all the things. Yada yada yada. So you don't got anything for me? I helped you. Be there for me.
Lauren said, all these mushrooms are making me hungry.
I wonder. Maybe from over here. That. All right, let's give that a try. Did those two. And it was. Ah!
I'm sorry, but it's funny.
That's hilarious. Okay, you keep a good amount of the forward momentum from using that thing. Well, first off, let's try using forward momentum from that to see if... There! So yeah, I let the momentum carry it. Alright, so now we have a fourth solar cell. Maybe with that we'll actually be able to go and do that last jump that we weren't able to get.
I mean, sauteed mushrooms are good, though, Thorn. Last time I had sauteed mushrooms was like several months back. I actually made some sauteed mushrooms. And dang, I used a lot of mushrooms but it just like you have to use a lot because they have lots of like moisture in them.
Yeah.
They have to cook them down. But they're really yummy.
No, that's the like a lot of people that don't like mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're slimy.
I like
you're not
fresh
supposed to have
mushrooms
them that
too,
wet.
though.
Not supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about with cooked ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want them super wet.
All right. So, go ahead, taking advantage of right now. We'll just focus on the one you know how to do.
Sauteed mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms, mushrooms inside. I love mushrooms. I think they're yummy.
You have 3. Whatever. There we go. There we go. They'll be able to off now. All right. Ready to fix the relay grid? Let's do it. Should be able to get this work done real quick. Thanks for the help. Be able to recharge anywhere in the forest now. Okay.
You puppy dog.
There. That's what we needed. No longer being as limited.
Oh, I know a lot of people that do that. Just portobello, no burger.
Yeah. No, those have been pretty good. What's up, dude? Hiya. Yep. We were all talking, and we have one more thing to ask for your help with. Now that you've so kindly helped us all with our issues, we thought you'd maybe want to help us fix the turbine back to Clover. Oh, definitely. Booyah! I figure it'll take us 10 wood and 4 wires to get that bridge back up.
Yeah.
Up to it, punk! Woohoo, you did it! Heck yeah, dude, that was killer. Good work. I'd go talk to Mr. Mayor next. He seems pretty stressed.
Soak up them juices.
All right. There we go. So, let's go. We're getting around the point where we should be wrapping things up. So I'm gonna go find out what's going on with the mayor. We did not pick up everything here, but there is storyline stuff that's coming up. Cover some serious distance like that. Still don't talk to people? Fine. Oh, I bet you I can... Okay. One more distraction before talking to the mayor. Because this one eluded me earlier. It is not allowed. No eluding. Alright.
No evasion moves.
There we go. Alright. I almost missed that, by the way, when I went beyond
I
it.
saw that.
Like, ah, great. That's freaking awesome. But yeah, now with 5, we'll be able to get a little bit further. Go talk to the mayor and see what's up. Dude, good to see you. Thanks again for all your help. Why are you talking here? Oh, mayor. Where's the mayor? Okay, here's the mayor. All right, young one. We need lots of items to fix up our beautiful building. Since it seems like time for a bit of renovation, we'll need just a tad bit more. Oh, for a little bit more, we should even redo some furniture. Oh, yes, my apologies. I suppose a basic restoration will do for now. To restore my beautiful office, our beautiful town hall, we'll need 12 wood, 7 wires, and 3 gears. Right, how could I forget? You'll need to fix the bell as well.
He's not obvious at all.
Yeah, exactly. Any idea where the bell could be? If I were a gambling man, I'd say it ended up somewhere in those cliffs over yonder. You got it. Thank you. Be safe, my child. Over yonder. Is that the yonder? Maybe?
Is that the yonder?
Looks like you're still missing. Check the list. Okay, 12, 7. We need 3 more gear. We need 1 more gear. We have everything but 1 gear. Okay. So it's just like general talking about it. Anyway, and you're still talking about the same stuff. Yeah.
He's an engineer. What do you expect? They're like hyper focused on their thing.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
Some engineer bashing stuff?
No.
UMPs always do this.
No, I wasn't meaning it like that. I wasn't even meaning it militarily wise.
All right, let's see if we can get to the new area. Okay, cool. Entering the cliffs, you can't help but fixate on the giant stones that flank your sides. The dizzying height of these stone formations is the subject of campfire tales told by the children of Clover, part of the community that holds great cultural significance. With your knowledge of the various turbines and bridges that connect each of the separate sections of this region, you'll feel comfortable taking a guess. Enough, even though no one is around to tell you how to fix this bridge, you still feel it's important. After a quick review of the turbine, you know you can fix it with 11 wood, 8 wires, and 1 gear. Once you've collected the proper materials, you can return to the bridge and fix it.
They say we know like we know.
Yep. All right, well, that's a good spot to go ahead and wrap things up.
Yeah, if y'all liked this, please go give this game a wish list or purchase the game over on Steam.
Why are wish lists important, Tazzy Soft?
Because it's free, easy to do. It helps the devs out because it'll push up the game in the algorithm on Steam, so that way like more people are more likely to see it. So yeah, do it. It's a free thing to do. And if you're really interested in it, you can purchase it. It's a really cute game. I really like the artwork in this, and I think it's really chill. I like the music in it. I like watching Nora do the platforming.
As opposed to you do the platforming?
Yeah, and well, something with the game, I don't know why it kind of gives me a little bit of motion sickness. I'm not sure why. It's funny because I recently played The Expanse, and there was like 0G and upside down stuff, and I didn't really get that much motion sickness. Like I got more motion sickness in when I started this one as opposed to that one. I don't know why.
I think it's the quickness. I think
the quickness, yeah, I think you might be right. Because I went really slow in The Expanse because I was concerned about motion sickness.
Dude, we've got a lot of solar. All right, all right. I'm not going to stay distracted and continuously play because we don't want to beat this on stream because we want people to be able to see some of it for themselves. So yes, I wonder if you'd be okay playing Hard Space Shipbreaker.
Maybe depends. I'm very sensitive, so if people have said they've gotten motion sickness from it, I probably will. Hard Space. It's so weird too because sometimes I can't I can't guess which things are gonna give me motion sickness or not. You know what I mean? Like sometimes things don't give me motion sickness and sometimes they do, or they give me a little bit and I get over it. It's so weird. Like I can never guess which games are gonna do it to me. Like I didn't think Warhammer
Inquisitor Martyr?
Yeah, was gonna give me motion sickness, but it gave me motion sickness for days. I was sick for like a whole week.
Yeah, you were like out of it after that one.
Yeah, it was really bad.
That did not work well for you.
So, and that was an isometric game. Oh, Hard Space Shipbreak. Okay, it's first person. I don't know if I can do it. It says it's similar to Stellaris and Universe Sandbox. Well, that's interesting because I like Universe Sandbox and I like Stellaris. So that's actually really interesting. I might have to take a look at that. Tear apart spaceships? Yeah, this does sound relaxing, actually.
And you have to worry about stuff exploding and crashing into you and stuff, right? Like I think we saw a thing.
That actually sounds really cool. That actually sounds enjoyable. Yeah, maybe if it's first person, but if I go really slow, I could probably be okay. If there's not like a timed thing, I'd probably be fine. I tend to be okay if I can go super slow. But yes, if you're interested in the game, please go give it a wish list. I think I put the... Yeah, there it is. The second link in chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, y'all know where you can find the Steam link. It'll be down below in the descriptions. Thanks, IGC, for the key. We really appreciate it. Thank you, devs, for both games working with IGC so that we could showcase this game. We'll be back on...
Yeah, what's our next stream day?
That's a good question. Can you bring it up my Google Calendar?
Just
here.